In what I'm sure is a massive release to all Australians, a vaccination for swine flu is now available. The rollout began this week. But who cares? The media is no longer engaged in fear-mongering over this, so I can only assume that the threat is over. People stopped caring about this months ago when they realised they probably wouldn't die from it, but they might get a few weeks off work if they catch it. According to experts, swine flu is still hiding out in some shady crack dens and alleyways and might re-emerge to sweep through the population just when everyone thought it was gone for good. A bit like hey hey it's Saturday. Now, I'm young, fit and healthy, so I'm not really even at risk. But apparently I'd totally get guilt-tripped if I passed it on to someone pregnant or old and then, they died. So, if you're 10 or older, you can now get inoculated by your GP for free. Now, I'm pretty sure I've already had swine flu, but I'm going to go get that vaccine just because I love free stuff. I mean, the government has spent more than $100 million just to get free vaccines for you and me, so it'd be rude for us to waste it. Besides, this mass inoculation is said to be the biggest in Australia's history. That's right, getting vaccinated for swine flu makes you a historical figure. Now, if you're up to it, why not try and get more than one vaccination? Let's really go for a national record here. One for you, one for your country, and one for, good measure. Get jabbing! 2 rambunctious earthquakes have been hogging the media spotlight this week, wreaking havoc on Samoa and parts of Indonesia. Both earthquakes causing major damage in their own right. Now, the island nation of Samoa hasn't really been that newsworthy until now. Australians have died though, so now Samoa, it's time to meet our Australian media circus. Just a heads up, the Australian media, they're generally a nice bunch of people, but whatever you do, don't get them wet or feed them after midnight. And dodgy Samoan builders and welfare cheats, beware. A 4-metre high tsunami was triggered by an earthquake measuring 8.3 on the Richter scale and has devastated the not that high above sea level island. And can I say, man, tsunamis suck. They totally ruin your day at the beach, force you to physically exert yourself by climbing to higher ground, and now it seems they also lead to death. Not cool, tsunamis. On the plus side, this has given us some excuse to laugh at our similar but legally distinct friends from across the Tasman. New Zealand was issued with a warning for the same tsunami that hit Samoa. Locals and tourists alike rushed to higher ground. When the waves arrived, they were 40 centimetres high. While no one died, some people did get their knees wet. Of course, officials are hoping this false alarm won't cause a boy who cried really massive wave effect next time. The proverbial boy has since received 10 proverbial lashings from a cat o' nine tails for his proverbial insolence. In other news, the Productivity Commission this week published a report on executive pay salaries after the mass outrage at CEOs of poorly performing companies still getting to take home exorbitant bonuses and salaries. The report suggests shareholders should have more of a say on the issue. Like democracy ever solved anything. I like the idea of CEOs receiving massive bonuses, even when they suck at their job. It gives hope to the working man that they too should be rewarded handsomely by their employer, even if they're incompetent, lead to the bankruptcy of their employer, and in turn lead to the destabilisation of the financial system. It's just like the effort award you'd get in school when the teachers realised you'd never be a winner. Jimmy, you're not really any good at what you do, but good on you for trying. You have made us all a fair bit worse off, but you've had a go, and that's what counts. Here, have $5 million. However, giving $5 million to recipients of school effort awards really should be investigated.